Now, let's talk about the other things that I bought, because that was all that I bought at the event itself. But for lunch, me and Night Trap, we ended up going outside of the venue for lunch, and then after that, we were like, let's go hit up Trinity. Good old Trinity. It's quickly becoming my favorite hobby store. They just have everything that a healthy boy needs. No, they have a lot of model kits and stuff that I enjoy. And I'm pretty sure Night Trap bought some stuff there too. Oh, he bought some paint. I ended up buying something else. So this is the first thing that I bought there. Grass. Winter XL. Gamer grass. I think it's funny, it's called gamer grass. But yeah, these are basically pre-made little bushes, right, that you can put on your base, you can stick on your base. And if you can probably guess what I want to use this for. Winter XL, that's going to be for my Frost Giant. Going to be using some of this snowy looking bushes to decorate my Frost Giant's base. And I think that's all going to be really neat when it's all done, hopefully. You guys can see right here, this is what I've done thus far. And it's looking decidedly not winterish, but eventually it will. I assure you, this will no longer look like graham cracker crumbs. And eventually it'll look frosty. And it'll all make sense with this Frost Giant here. Maybe. And this will really kind of help kind of bring things together and get that really awesome wintry look together. If you look on the back, you can kind of see what you can do with this stuff. And yeah, just creating like a more naturalistic looking scene. Oh, it's time for some water. Alright, let's read this. Winter XL. Long-sized white tufts with dense and ramified branches. Best used to create frozen prickly shrubs in very cold climates or winter seasons. Combined with other sizes and colors will give you amazing color and structure variation to your bases and landscape reconstructions. This sheet contains around 36 different shaped extra large tufts for your scale models, hobby figures, and scenic dioramas. Tufts peel off the sheet one by one and are ready to use. We recommend using a pair of tweezers for this. For more tough and permanent fix, you could use a little PVA glue made in Portugal. That's kind of neat. But yeah, I think this is going to be very, very useful. I did have the idea in mind to buy something like this, but I thought I might have to like put on some kind of buy like normal green stuff, like green grass and shrubs, and then paint white on top to make it look snowy. But this looks a whole lot more natural, so I am happy about that. And here's the big thing. And again, this is all the stuff that we picked up on our break from the con. So not from the convention itself. There it is. It's wrapped up in paper, which I think is really neat that they do that. That they want to ensure that the artwork on the box doesn't get scratched up. So they have this like tissue paper thing. But there it is. This will be now my third sort of girl plum model. My first being Ritsuka Saiki from the Soshai Shoujo Teian line by Kotobukiya. This is also from Kotobukiya. And the second model I bought was Maydroid Chloe from Max Factory. But after having seen how great the Megami device model kits are, Bacon has 2 of them, and I've been watching a lot of reviews for the Megami device stuff, and the models just look really nice. The build quality, again, I have one Kotobukiya kit previously, and I thought that model was very nice in terms of the build quality. and Majoy Chloe felt like a bit of a step down. So I was like, let's get the Megami device model, because that seems like one of the better manufacturers of girl pluck kits out there. And yeah, if you look at the box art, it's just a really cool looking character. I just think it's great, her helmet there, right? And we can take a look at the side artwork. This cape, I wonder if that's the same kind of cape that Bacon bought separately. If you look at like the cape, I'm not sure, but it does have that ragged look, which is pretty neat. Waifu kit, and actually, Bacon, it is indeed. So we often call these models like waifu kits, right? Sometimes it's a little inappropriate to call them waifu kits, but this one here literally is the bride. So I guess I can't call it a waifu kit, a literal waifu kit, as Bacon has said. So yeah, very cool. She has this big ass sword, but I think the big ass sword can then turn into like a tinier, smaller sword. She can even surf on it, apparently. That's the armored pose, right? Like this is the illustration, right? And here's the actual model kit doing the very same pose. So I think that's really impressive. If a model kit can do the exact same pose as the illustration, I'm always impressed by that. And let's see what else we got here along the sides. Some funny expressions. Yeah, and the other reason why I really wanted this model is that she has some great expressions. I like her. I like those facial expressions. Let's quickly open this thing up, and I don't want to look at all the parts in the sprue right now. We can do that another time. But I did want to look at the instructions, because there's a particular pose that looked really neat, and I was like, I want to do that pose. If I can do that pose that I saw in like some of the advertisements or whatever, I'll be pretty happy. So I wonder if they show that here. I will probably take a moment to look at all of these parts another time, but not right now. Okay. Let's see. There's no glue on this table. Ooh, that's how they do the instructions? Cool. Yeah, I just really wanted a Kotobukiya kit because I had seen them. They looked really neat, but I didn't have one myself. Sorry, not Kotobukiya, but rather Megami device. And the cape, I'm seeing now that the cape is actually a bit translucent, which is really cool. It's kind of got this like cloudy look to it. Pretty neat. Just taking a quick look here. Oh, it looks like she might be able to cross her legs. That was something that Bacon was not able to do with her Archer model kit, but was able to do with her his Susanoo? Yeah, so this is kind of like the pose that I had seen in some of the promotional images. It's slightly different, but she's holding the sword and she's like really strained in picking it up. I thought that was such a funny pose, and I kind of want to. That was one of those poses where I was like, oh, I love that. I thought this kit was cool, but now I kind of really want it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I picked up at both Trinity as well as the Comic-Con. And yeah, it was a good time.